Team, how are we? Happy 2022. I know that a lot of people, like, when we get into this time, it's like, okay, I've done all this resolution stuff. I'm trying to put all these new habits into play. Maybe I've gotten a doctor's appointment. Maybe I've gotten blood testing. Maybe you're in Own It. Maybe you're going and getting all of this data and everything done. What do you do with it? How do you make it personalized? What's this blueprint that we're talking about? Why is this important? And to be honest, guys, I hear this all the time. It gets super confusing. It gets super clustered. It gets like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what my next steps are. This is why we take it so seriously when we want to personalize it for people. We want to make it actionable because, again, it's not that you can't, it's that you won't. In the past, whatever has held you back, it's not that you can't, not that you're not unable to, it's that you won't. It's that you won't take these steps. And so we've broken it down into 8 controllables, 8 things that basically objectify maximal change within our bodies, shown by HRV. HRV ultimately telling us how our body is handling stress or strain, how it's adapting, whether it's adapting positively or negatively. And it all has to do with our habits. It all has to do with things that we engage in daily, the consistent things that we do. And there, we look at it, it's sleep, nutrition, self-care, environment, movement, hydration, immune function, and mindset. And when you come into Own It, when we discuss this, we break them down this way so that they can become actionable. Sleep, very simple. Consistent sleep and wake time. 3 hours before bed, no food. 2 hours before bed, no work. 1 hour before bed, no screens. This is literally the baseline, is if you want to maximize the quality of sleep that you're getting every single night. And again, if you go back into copious amounts of content that's out there that I've put out, you know why sleep's important. You know the data behind it. You know the studies behind it. You know the science behind it. But it's now bringing it into practical application. And then there's a bunch of ways in which you're able to level up. Now, you don't have to look at this and go, oh my God, Justin, there's no way I can get into this all at once. Of course not. But if we can't start somewhere, there's no way we get ourselves from this leveling up area. See, like, so many of us think we're here and we've got all this information. Like, people would go, oh yeah, I know all that. Well, then why aren't we here? Why haven't we hit the transformation stage yet? Why are we still at the base of the stairs? Why? Because we haven't taken our steps to get there. And over this is maturity. It's a maturation stage. And this is not sexy. It takes time. And ultimately is work. All 3 things are, in a lot of our mindsets, are big no-nos. I don't want to do those. I don't want to do anything that's not sexy. I want to get the pill. I want to get the apparatus. I want to get the, I want to pay for something that's like really cool and sexy. I want it to happen now. I want it to happen yesterday. And then ultimately, I don't want to put work in. I just want to, like I said, take the pill. But as we mature through this process, we start to realize that we make her step up and step up and step up and step up. All of a sudden, 2023, we're a completely different version than we were when we just had this information. And that is why we bring it into these equal, simple steps in these 8 controllables, things that you can take action on today and put into place. Same with nutrition. We don't make it complicated. It's not complex. It's 3 meals a day, 2 pieces of fruit, 1 big salad with a protein source, and 0 portions greater than 1 at each meal from protein, carbs, fats, and our vegetables. Now, again, there's ways in which we level up. Certain supplements that we get recommended based upon our blood testing, based upon our DNA testing, based upon our nutrient dysfunction. Are we gluten-free? Are we dairy-free? What kind of processed foods, not processed foods? Are we drinking calorie-free, or do we utilize caffeine beverages? How do we do this? How do we determine the timing of alcohol consumption? All of these things are important to us and being able to know where we start. But again, if we can't have 3 meals a day, if we're not eating 3 meals a day, our blood glucose is fluctuating too hard throughout the day. If we're not timing ourselves at night, shutting down food 3 hours before bed, and then getting our workout in first thing in the morning, and then using that as our intermittent fasting window, it's no wonder we can't create a systemized routine for us. And so this is what I really want to dive in with you guys on, and really have you understand, is it comes down to these 8 controllables. Taking these 8 controllables and making a personalized program, making a personalized component to this. Now, there's a lot of things that we've been doing lately here at Own It. And one of the big things is we have this new, we have all these events coming up, and they're really called Own Your Life events, where we come for a weekend and we allow people to get exposed to all of these different modalities, methodologies. We have different systems. We get exposed to brands, we get exposed to the techniques, we actually do them together in a large group of like-minded people that are looking at changing their lives. And so that's, I think, one of the most exciting things about the community is that we do it together. It's not just something that you feel like you're on your own. And I'll share this with you guys here. It's Own Your Life by Own It, and it's coming up February 4th through 6th. We've got 3 every single year, February, June, and November. And when we come down here, like, you can take a look at the itinerary. There's a welcome, there's a kickoff, sun exposure, gratitude, breathwork, movement. It's not an hour and a half of each. It's literally 30 minutes. How do we fit this into our day? What does this look like? We have a workout that we're doing at Mark Megna's gym at Anatomy. We have recovery time, cold exposure, hot exposure, sauna, steam room, foam rollers, massage guns, all of these types of things, breath work, all of these things that we will, again, expose you to. Then you shower, you come for breakfast, you get exposed to high quality meals, what it looks to have. What's a Haskap berry? What does that mean? Why do we have it? What does it look like? What's an acai bowl? How do we incorporate these things together? When should we be eating certain things? Then we dive into our controllables. The 4 controllables, finding our energy leaks that we have. We have lunch, we have an outdoor activity, movement throughout the day. We do our other 4 controllables. Dan Churchill, celebrity chef, guys like Chris Helmsworth, Tom Brady, all the PK Subban, Lindsey Vaughn. He's worked with some of the best people in the world. He's coming in and cooking for us. And then we've got a little self-time, and then we've got a dinner that Dan's prepared for us. Then we come back, we do the same thing on Sunday. We do our morning routine, we do our workout, we have our solo recovery time, we have a breakfast. Then we have real life applications. How do we take all the energy barriers that we've identified over the last couple of days and now put them into a real life personal blueprint for us so we can go and take action? Then we have lunch, then we wrap up, and then you're back on Monday being able to utilize this stuff. It's being able to take all this information, be actionable on it, and be purposeful on it to put it back into our life so we can own our different. We can be different. We can be different tomorrow than we were today. Why? We were built to be different. Every single one of us has something that's great, something that should be celebrated. But if we don't maximize our physical ability to do that, our mental ability to do that, our spiritual ability to do that, how are we going to serve? How are we going to be there and own that different? So again, invite you guys, send me a DM, take a look at that, because it's really, really great. The experiences that people have, we've got 3 of them throughout the year. And all of our private clients, they get free access to that. They come and make real great changes in person with like-minded collective people. You want to level up, get around those people that are doing it. That's the best way to do it, and best way to create change. Because again, we have information, we want to get to a transformation place. It's a process to get there. Let's own it together.